So you've had over 20 odd years of experience delivering high performance programs. You've sort of guided over 15,000 individuals in all different organisations, sporting, business, in these programs. So I guess it's giving you a really unique insight and understanding to resilience. So from your insights, what is resilience?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, resilience is the ability to, bounce back from difficult situations or change or trauma on an extreme level. But it's also the ability to be resilient under, all of those circumstances and situations which disallow the build-up of, stress, or poor mental health or, emotional states which are not enjoyable or productive. So the one is resilience in the context of, bouncing back. The other is preventative in terms of becoming more resilient in the face of all of those things.
So there's a lot of discussion around resilience. Is it an innate characteristic that someone's born with, or can it be developed and cultivated? What's your insights on that?
Oh, look, I think the original, knowledge around resilience was that it was kind of looked upon as a born trait. Some people are, some people aren't. That's the characteristics of DNA and upbringing and environment, all of those things. But really the latest research is very clear. Even the longitudinal studies show that resilience is something that can be developed. It's a learnt trait. In fact, it's a very significant learnt trait, which is why we have it as such an important part of our program. So definitely learnt.
Yeah. And you've developed the high performance programs, but also the resilient mindset program. So what are some of the main tools that you use in these programs to cultivate and develop resilience in individuals?
Yeah, it's interesting. Look, resilience has to be a whole person evolution. It really is very much physiological and neurophysiological again, but we do use a strategy over a period of time. So the first strategy is really just simply allowing an individual to become very self-aware of where they are, and that's done generally through a seminar where they come in and begin to understand the impact of or where they've come from, so reflection, the ability to understand how the brain works, how it affects the physiology, how their thoughts create their reality. And, within that, they gain this incredibly insightful framework of that, you can change, that if you become intentional. And so we develop a plan, it's called a 120-day action plan, and they become very clear about where they'd like to be, where they are currently and where they've come from. And this is a very significant human ability to set goals, create a vision, to change. So that's very important. Then you back that up with coaching. So you really give people an opportunity to become engaged in their own self-development. But what is interesting is that we now know that it takes a long time, around 120 days, to change thinking, habits, that sort of thing. Yep. That's the first part.
Yep. And the other part or tools that you use?
Well, we use meditation as a very significant tool because really stress impacts the ability to change, be flexible, and it really reduces resilience. So meditation removes the stress in the nervous system that allows the body to actually begin to change, recover energy, mentally become a lot more flexible, a lot more at ease, reduction in anxiety. And so one begins to operate in the world with greater freedom. And therefore when things come one's way, you are able to adapt and change or respond to it more positively or see it differently. So, but if you're very stressed, it's quite the opposite. You're inflexible, you lack resilience, and so you accumulate more stress in the nervous system, and that just adds to, the problem.
So it sounds like it's a very holistic program.
Yeah, well it is, and you have to have that to really bring about the degree of change that's necessary to take someone to a level of resilience that allows them to operate individually or within an organisation in a way that really is resilient.